What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 5, Episode 2. I know it's late. It is what it is, you guys. But I'm a little confused. I told y'all I was going to stick with it this year. I was going to do the whole season, and I am. I ain't make a promise on it was going to be on time, but I'm going to do better. I am. This episode confused me because I'm not sure how much of what we're seeing is storyline on Romeo's part. I think Angela was serious. I don't think she was acting. I don't think she was playing. Angela was pissed. Okay. Now we left off the last episode with Angela finding out that Romeo been talking trash about her and saying, saying whatever he had to say. He ain't like how she was moving. He ain't like the picture she posted. Da 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 da. So they're on their way to the party, and she's waiting to confront Romeo. She was like, "Look, real talk, I wouldn't even be here right now. If y'all had told me this before, I wouldn't even be here. But since I'm here, since he want the cameras on, since he want he want an explosion, I'm gonna give him an explosion. So he need to hurry up and get here." Now Romeo was 2 hours late for the party, and okay, they kept making little digs about Romeo always being late. But the guest of honor should be late, right? When I had a couple of years ago, I had a really big birthday party. It was a milestone birthday. I'm not gonna tell y'all what year. And if y'all say 50 in the chat, we beefing. But it was a milestone birthday, and I had this huge birthday party. I was an hour and a half late. Why? Because it was my party. So Romeo being late wasn't my issue. You know what I'm saying? But because they were mad and they were waiting, that's what created this whole he's late, he's late, he's late. Because I think he finally got there like an hour and 45 minutes late. Now, because it's a reality show and they're filming, maybe there was a time he was supposed to be there for this party. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let me just give y'all my observations because the play by play ain't that deep. They were at the party waiting for Romeo. Angela confronted him. He blew her off. Then JoJo got mad. JoJo confronted him. He blew JoJo off. JoJo got real, he went into he's not Big Brother, but he went into brother mode and was really pissed off because he was like, Romeo got them looking crazy, got them looking like, the explosive part, troublemakers while they in the party chilling. Master P came in, walked right by them, and was like, "Man, can't we all just get along? We here to have a good time, blah, blah, blah." No, your son started all this, Master P. And then when it was all over said and done, Romeo left the next day for 3-4 months. So my thing is he not going to be on this season? Did he create this whole storm just to not be on the show? Because if you get ready to be gone for the next, he said 3, 4, or 5 months. He was like, I'm really not even sure. I've got some projects to do. I got some things going on. I'm not sure when I'm going to be back. So my thing is, so you started all of this with Angela for what? Now, with that being said, let's get to a little bit. Let me talk about this for a little bit. What if you heard? First of all, the other reason why I'm thinking that this was real is because they broke the fifth wall. Is it the fifth wall, the fourth wall? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Where they show you what's going on behind the scenes. Because Angela said it, JoJo said it, and Boogie also said it. How Romeo don't really rock with them when they not filming. Angela even said that. Angela was like, I don't understand why he all of a sudden he tripping and he got something to say about me not answering his phone calls. He don't take my phone calls. The only time I talk to him is when we filming. JoJo said he don't rock with me like that, and I was cool with it because I met him through Angela. So my thing was, we not really friends. We cool because you friends with my sister. So you not calling me or you not really returning my phone calls. It really wasn't that big of a deal. He said one day he had called him like 4 or 5 times for something. I think he specifically had something to say. He said it just so happened I ran into him and I asked him, "Yo, what's up, man? You ain't returned my phone calls." And he was like, "Oh man, my phone be acting up, whatever." Dude, dude, you can't use that excuse. They even asked him, "Oh, I think he was talking to maybe TT or whatever," and they asked him about the phone situation. Oh, well, I gotta see what the phone situation is like in Switzerland. It's the same as it is here. If my poor tail can make sure that I can make international phone calls when I travel internationally, I know you can. Dude, really? Really? When I was in Kenya, when I was in France, when I was in London, when I was in Spain, I mean, I didn't have no problem calling nobody. Stop it, Romeo. Then he set Vanessa up. He he set this whole thing again. Now I think that part of it was storyline. That part of it, I think they knew, and it was storyline. Vanessa was planning this going away party for Romeo, blah blah blah. I do think that part of it was storyline. Now they kept having an issue with the whole Great Gatsby thing, talking about some whatever, black people wasn't around. This should be, Harlem Renaissance party. Look, at the end of the day, if that's your biggest issue, then okay, all right. Then let's call it a Harlem Nights party. Would that make y'all feel better? I mean, you would probably be dressed the same. Let's be clear. You'd be dressed the same. Doesn't matter. Then Boogie, threw a couple of shots at his dad about the baby situation, and we know that the child support situation is brewing between him and Rachel. I guess it's Rachel, his ex-wife Rachel Roy, right? And those two, his two daughters. And Boogie kind of threw a little shade and was like, well, my dad tends to have kids every 7 years or so, and I feel bad for my little sisters because they going through what I had to go through as far as him not paying child support and all of the back and forth between mom and dad kind of thing. He was like, but I mean, that's what you do when you make those decisions. Boogie don't really see it for his dad, because here's the thing with Boogie. If you pay attention to Boogie, even though Boogie had his own issues with the drugs and stuff like that, if you paid attention to Boogie's beef with his father has always been you giving all this energy on camera that you don't give when the camera ain't here. And that I can't rock with. And I believe Boogie. Just like I believe Angela, even though y'all know I don't always be saying it for Angela because Angela really gets on my nerves sometimes. But I believe Angela when she says that Romeo don't really rock with them like that when the cameras are not rolling. Because I do believe that Romeo was creating a storyline here. Because it was too ridiculous for me. It was way too, I just didn't get it. And for him to be acting all chill, he's like, oh, so we're going to do this right here? We doing this right here? She was like, yeah, we doing this right here. You were talking to my sister to the point where you didn't even really want her to invite me to the party. How you going to talk trash to my sister, have my sister plan a party, and then act like you don't want me to be here? Did you really think I wasn't coming? Like, what? Y'all let me know in the comments. Now y'all been asking me to review the show. Y'all were like, you're not gonna review it. Y'all tell me what y'all think was really good, because again, I ain't going line by line of what went down. I'm just giving y'all the overview. They threw Pepper in there talking about the lawsuit with Spinderella. First of all, y'all already know how I feel about the adults having storylines. Okay. Second of all, she can't talk about the lawsuit, so why mention it? She said, well, I can't really talk about it. Then why are you bringing it? If you can't make the lawsuit between you and Spinderella, if it can't be a storyline, then why are you bringing it up? Nobody cares that much. Not on this show. The name of the show is Growing Up Hip Hop, meaning it's about y'all's children. I I don't know if they did it for ratings, because the first season, it really was about the kids. But it seems like with every season, the adults are getting more and more involved, and they having their own separate storylines. Like Dame Dash and his child. Now again, growing up hip hop, okay, but the whole process of you going through IVF and all that, we don't care. It's growing up, the kids. And if the kids can't bring in the ratings and carry a show by themselves, then maybe it shouldn't be a show. Because you ain't seen Reverend Run. I actually think he shows up this season. But in 5 seasons of this show, you have not seen Reverend Run or his wife. Now there have been a couple of episodes where we saw Russell Simmons, and we've seen their mother, their biological mom. But in 5 seasons, when have we seen Reverend Run? And all 3 his kids on here. So I'm not sure how I feel about this situation. I don't know what the storyline is um with at this point with Romeo. We found out that TT got a man. I don't know what her full inclusion on the show is going to be because she's got a man. He lives in Jamaica. That's where she's been staying. So I'm not sure what her full inclusion of the show. I guess she's going to film, and then go on, take her butt on back to Jamaica. But yeah, Angela, and again, Angela was like, take this mic off me. I'm ready to go. Like, Angela was pissed. They were showing the producers and everything. So that's why I'm saying I don't. And Angela at one point looked like she was getting ready to cry. Like, she was pissed. And the fact that they were showing her talking to the producers, they showed JoJo talking to the producers. I don't think this part of it was part of the storyline. I don't. The party, yes. Uh, Romeo going away, yes. Maybe even there being a little tension between Romeo and Angela. Okay, cool. But and Angela even said it at one point in her confessional. She was like, we started this together. Because both of them are executive producers. We started this together. So how you gonna, and I know she wanted to say create a storyline without me knowing, and that's basically what she said. She said, so what are we doing? How are we gonna do this and you didn't talk to me about it? Basically, how you gonna create your own storyline and don't include me and I'm part of your storyline? Um, and then what was real crazy was at the end of it, Romeo was like, I mean, me unfollowing her, what's the big deal? I unfollowed everybody because it was time for me to focus. Just like Oprah, just like Beyonce, when you don't follow as many people, then you can focus on where you going, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I unfollow my own cousins, my own brothers. But see, that's not how you presented it when you talked to Vanessa. You made it seem like it was a personal thing between you and Angela, and that's why you unfollowed her. You ain't make it seem like, well, I unfollow everybody. That ain't how you did it. See, you playing games, Romeo. And again, I don't know what the end game is. So we're gonna wait and see how this rolls out for the rest of the season, y'all. But I had more commentary than review in this episode because there really wasn't nothing to review. Oh, the only other thing too, Brianna did approach Angela and she was cool. And I mean, it was when Angela was kind of waiting for her car and she was pissed off. And you know what? Brianna did something that she normally wouldn't do. She read the room. She was like, I can see that Angela's pissed off. I see it's something going on. I'm feeling the tension. She said, Ange, you look really nice tonight. Angela was like, you look cute too. She said, I know this probably isn't a good time, but would you be interested in us meeting up and having tea or something like that at some point? Angela said, you know what? Yeah, that's cool. And I'm giving you 20 points for maturity on both sides because both of y'all, and Brianna even said in her confessional, I was wrong. I came at her real left. And she said, I hope she shows up to tea because me and her have never had an opportunity to sit down and talk to each other. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thinking about all of this. Drop it in them comments. I'm behind on my comments, but I'm gonna get caught up tomorrow. So y'all drop it in those comments. Let's see what's really good. Let's talk about it. Talk to y'all later.